Rain dripped steadily from the glowing convenience store sign as Mio stepped beneath the awning for cover. Tokyo looked blurred at 2 a.m. Neon lights trembled across wet streets while distant traffic hummed somewhere beyond the rain. The city never truly slept, but at that hour it always felt quieter. Softer, somehow. Mio adjusted the sleeve of her oversized sweater and exhaled slowly. Another exhausting shift. Another missed dinner. Another train ride home through a city full of strangers pretending not to look tired. She pushed open the convenience store door, greeted by warm air and fluorescent lights. The cashier barely looked up. Mio grabbed her usual things. A sad little midnight routine. When she stepped outside again, she noticed him. The same boy from last Thursday. Black hoodie, dark hair slightly damp from the rain. Cigarette resting between his fingers as smoke disappeared quietly into the night air. He stood near the vending machines without moving much, staring at the rain-covered street ahead. Mio hesitated, then walked past him. As she did, his voice stopped her. "You bought the same thing again." She blinked and turned slightly toward him. "What?" He nodded toward the plastic bag in her hand. Coffee, strawberry milk, instant noodles. A faint smile appeared on his face. "You always buy the same thing." Mio stared at him suspiciously. "Are you stalking me?" "Not intentionally." That's exactly what a stalker would say. A quiet laugh escaped him. Soft, unexpected. For some reason, it made the rain feel less cold. After that night, she started noticing him everywhere. Always after midnight. Always near the convenience store. Sometimes smoking beneath the awning while rain covered the streets outside. Sometimes sitting alone beside the vending machines with a canned coffee in his hand. And always wearing black. Mio never learned why. Their conversations stayed small at first. "What time did you finish work?" "You smoke too much." "You look tired." "You always say that." Tiny fragments of connection scattered across rainy Tokyo nights. Yet somehow, she started looking forward to them. One night, the rain became so heavy the streets nearly disappeared beneath it. Mio stepped outside the convenience store and stopped beside him beneath the narrow awning. "You know," she said quietly, "normal people go home after work." He took a slow drag from his cigarette. "Normal people sleep before 3 a.m. too." "Fair point." Rainwater dripped from the edge of the roof between them. For a while, neither spoke. Then Mio glanced toward the cigarette in his hand. "Why do you smoke?" He looked at it silently for a moment. "I started after university." "That doesn't answer the question." A faint smile crossed his face. "You ask difficult questions. You avoid them." The city lights reflected softly in the puddles near their feet. Finally, he exhaled smoke into the cold air. "It helps fill the silence." Mio looked at him carefully after that, and there was something lonely hidden inside the way he spoke. Not dramatic, not broken, just tired. Like someone quietly disappearing into routine. "What's your name?" she asked softly. He glanced toward her. "Ren. Mio." He repeated it quietly, as if testing how it sounded in the rain. Then weeks. Without realizing it, their midnight conversations became part of her life. Sometimes they sat beside the convenience store windows, drinking canned coffee together while rain tapped softly against the glass. Sometimes they walked nowhere in particular through empty Tokyo streets glowing beneath neon reflections. Sometimes they said almost nothing at all. Yet silence around Ren never felt uncomfortable. One night, while waiting for the crosswalk light to change, Mio suddenly spoke. "You know what's strange?" "I only ever see you at night." Ren shoved his hands deeper into his coat pockets. "That's because I belong to the night dramatically, apparently." She laughed. That sounded unbelievably cringe. I regretted it immediately. For once, Ren laughed properly too. The sound caught her off guard. because until then she had only ever seen him smile sadly. He wasn't there. Rain fell softly across the empty street outside the convenience store while Mio stood beneath the awning holding 2 canned coffees. No black hoodie, no cigarette smoke, no quiet voice asking about her day. Nothing. She frowned slightly and checked the time. 2:17 a.m. Maybe he was late, but the next night, still nothing. And the night after that, nothing again. For some reason, the city suddenly felt colder. A week later, Mio nearly stopped visiting the convenience store altogether. Yet, on another rainy night, her feet carried her there automatically after work. The familiar fluorescent lights glowed through the rain. And there he was, standing beside the vending machines, like he had never disappeared at all. Mio stopped walking immediately. Ren looked thinner somehow, more tired. "You vanished," she said quietly. He lowered his eyes for a moment. "My mother got sick." The answer came softly. "Honestly." Mio stepped closer beneath the awning while rainwater shimmered around them. "Is she okay?" "She's getting better." Relief loosened something inside her chest she hadn't realized was there. For a while, neither spoke again. Then Ren glanced toward the plastic bag in her hand. "Still buying the same things?" She looked down at it. Coffee, strawberry milk, instant noodles. "Shut up." A quiet smile appeared on his face. Small. Real. "You know, I think Tokyo feels less lonely when you're here." The cigarette between Ren's fingers slowly burned out unnoticed. For a moment, the entire city seemed to fall silent around them. Then he smiled softly into the rain. Yeah, this time neither of them wanted to go home yet.